I am about to do some plant chores because I have a lot of stuff to do. But before I even do that, I have realized that so many people said that taking care of Hoyas is really hard. And I have one that I legitimately got at a plant swap and then left it in my greenhouse. And I'll insert like a clip of it, but I don't do anything to this plant. Like it sits here in the greenhouse and it's just thriving. It's throwing out aerial roots, it's sprouting new leaves, and I legitimately barely pay any attention to this thing. I give it water every now and again and like nothing. And it's not that hard. So if you're having trouble with Hoyas, maybe try just like leaving it alone. And yes, give it water. Like they are very most times very thirsty, contrary to what people say, like they are very thirsty plants. But like just leave them alone. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit and do some plant chores. I have to repot some plants. I am going to be checking on my seedlings. I don't think any of them have germinated just yet, but I do just want to check and see, make sure everything's still looking how it's supposed to, and the soil is still saturated but not overly saturated. And then I think that should be it for the night. I just finished making teacher presents for my daughter's school as a show of appreciation. I baked everybody some cookies, including some of the admin and stuff, so that way, like, they get a nice little thank you. But yeah, stick around. While I'm in the greenhouse, I thought I would also show you what I do to plants when they're in timeout, aka they either had really bad pests, or they were yellowing, or just simply like this one, seeming like it's on its way out. All of these right here have been having problems. This one, this begonia, it's a begonia rex. I swear it was dying. It hated me. It was saying like, "I'm done. I'm finished, Alyssa. Go ahead and throw me away. Put me in the trash." I put it in the greenhouse, and she's beautiful now. Like she's pushed out so many new leaves. Her variegation is gorgeous. So I guess. And then this was a calathea. If you have calatheas, you know they're finicky. They can go from beautiful to this in literally a day. Ironically, this right here is a Monstera Aura, and I got it when I was in New York with PlantCon, and I love auras. They're so pretty, but for some reason I can't keep this one alive, so I just chopped it back and said, "Good luck, Charlie." Stuck it in the greenhouse. I'm gonna give it a little bit of water, and it'll be hopefully alive soon. And then I have a Thai constellation. I actually have two of these plants. One of them is actually inside and it's thriving, but this one right here got infested with spider mites, and it was so bad. It was so bad. And instead of letting it infest my other plants, I was like, nope, outside you go in the greenhouse, because the only things that I ever have in my greenhouse are my outdoor plants that I'm starting from seed, and then like the timeout plants. And honestly, I haven't noticed that any of the indoor pests mess with any of my outdoor plant seedlings, so that's why they live here. But yeah. And then this one is a Monstera. Um, I forget the name of it, but it's like one of those thinner monsters. And honestly, it was gorgeous until it wasn't. I don't know what I did. I don't know. I don't know. Like it was originally growing up my greenhouse and it was so pretty. That's why it has such a long vine. Until one day it just decided it was done. It was finished. And I just said okay and just let it be. And then we also have, of course, the notorious fiddly fig. I, she's bald headed. She is very bald headed, but like she's trying. This is just a rubber tree that's just in here because I had an extra one and I didn't know where to put it in my house. So I just shoved it in here. But this is one of the plants that I'll take with me to pop ups as like decoration. Then I have a second one of these that's actually in my house right now. So that one goes to pop ups with me as well. And then we're going to be bringing like one of my alocasias. So the plants that I'm going to be repotting for my indoor collection today are ones that I actually just got recently. I got these Never Never plants, praying that they do really well because they are really pretty. They look a little rough right now, but the woman that I bought them for only charged me for one, and then she gave me three, so that way I can make a full bundle. And we love that for me. We love that for her. She's a very sweet woman. Found her on Facebook Marketplace. And then also, I will be uppotting this beautiful Hoya Pink Silver Ghost. I got this one along with the next plant that I'm about to show you at the same time from the same lady. And this one, the variegation on it is just, she's stunning. Like, she's so pretty. And then the other plant that I got from her was this philodendron verde. And like, it's just so pretty. That's the newest leaf is pushed off, and it's actually has another leaf coming in right back there. But yeah, she rooted it for me and everything. So now I'm just gonna take it and put it into a planter that I would like it in. And yeah, I will show you the process of me putting those into their pots. For this, I decided that I wanted to use the leca and moss method for my Never Never plant, and as well as my Hoya with the no drainage as well, simply because Never Nevers tend to respond well to no drainage because they don't like to become dry at all. And if they dry out, they'll tend to get crispy and brown and just not that pretty. So you'll see me putting leca at the bottom of the containers first, and then adding some stacked sphagnum moss on top of that. And then after I do that, I'll add the plants and then add a little bit more sphagnum moss. For my philodendron, when I was taking it out, I noticed that she used stratum, which is a great medium. The only thing is I personally like to get as much of that off before I put it into its new home. And I really, really, really enjoy a heavy vermiculite or perlite soil mix for my philodendrons because it gives them a lot of aeration, and they do not like too much water, I've noticed. And I do not want this one to rot. I think it's a beautiful plant, and I want to make sure I do everything possible. So you see me knocking off the stratum that was on there for the most part. I get as much of it off as I can, and then I'm going to just add that into the soil mix that I make myself, and just added a little bit more perlite to it to make sure it was as fluffy and aerated as I possibly could make it. Thank you so much for watching. Stick around if you want to see more planty content of houseplants as well as outside garden plants.